In this quick tutorial, I will show you how you can create your own painting of feathers. First, I would recommend sketching some feathers for practice. I begin with the center of the feather and then I draw the outline of the shape. I then create some simple cutouts to show clumps of feathers sticking together. Looking at feathers, either real or in photographs, can be very helpful. Feathers come in all shapes and sizes, so you really can't go wrong with this. When you're ready, you could start with a simple pencil drawing, but draw lightly when you're planning on painting. I'm going to be using my favorite new medium. These are Jane Davenport's Mermaid Markers. It's dye-based ink and it comes in a brush pen. I'm also going to be using these water brushes instead of a regular paintbrush. That way I don't even have to dip a brush into water since it's filled with water already. So I'm going to show you this two ways. First, wet on wet. So for the wet on wet technique, I am moistening the area inside of the feather. You can see the water there. Now when I apply color, the color is going to disperse only in the area of the paper that is wet. The paint colors will bleed together, but again, they should only stay in the area that I have placed the water. So when you get started, paint on your water carefully, almost as if it had color in it. I'm using analogous colors that I think will mix well together. In this case, I'm using orange and yellow and some brown. You can see how I can pull and blend the colors together using my water brush. And if you were doing this with a normal pan paint set and a paintbrush, you would just do this with your paintbrush. With my mermaid markers, when I press them, there's an area that says press on the marker, an extra drop of ink comes out. So when I want more saturated color, I will press that press spot so that more ink comes out, and then I can move that around as I wish. I can also tip my paper and kind of bend it and lift it so that I can help the paint and the pigment move to the areas I want them to go to. Having paper towels handy is always helpful. You can blot up color or use your paper towel to lighten color or add texture if you wish. Okay, so next I want to show you how you can paint wet on dry. So in this case, I'm starting with that center line and I'm just painting onto dry paper. I'm kind of outlining the shape of the feather that I very lightly drew with pencil. And then I'm using the tip of my water brush, or if you're using just a regular paintbrush, you would just use water on a paintbrush and pull the color from the outside edges of the feather inward. And then again, I recommend you use analogous colors. That means colors next to each other on the color wheel to have them blend nicely together. Your feathers can be very colorful, so don't shy away from color. They don't have to be realistic unless you want them to be. I personally have never seen feathers this beautiful and blue, but I'm using all the colors that I think would look nice with the blue. So as you watch me finish these up, I just want to remind you of a few things. Feathers, like people, are each different. Don't stress too much over your initial feather drawing. Have some fun with color, see how it blends together, and I bet you'll create something that you like. If you're interested in more information about the materials that I'm using, I'll put some links in the description of this video to point you in the right direction to purchase them on Amazon. Any kind of paint will do for feather paintings, but these markers in particular are just extremely vibrant. The color is saturated and you can do a lot of beautiful things with it. So I encourage you to check it out and experiment away. If you found this video helpful and inspirational, please give it a like. And of course, if you're interested in seeing more art tutorials and demonstrations, subscribe to my channel. I am always here to help. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.